Hi everybody, my name's Zach Bennett. I'm a Microsoft Teams MVP, and today we're going to be talking around the dial by name functionality that Teams Phone has. This gives your users the ability to hit an auto attendant and speak the name of a particular user that they are looking for, and then Teams Phone will transfer to that particular user. Where we configure this is the Teams Admin Center, so let's head over there now. That's admin.teams.com. On the left hand side we've got the voice section, and we're going to need to create a couple of things. One's going to be a resource account. This is going to be for the mainline auto attendant, and then what we're going to create is two auto attendants. One will be the mainline, and then we're going to transfer to a dial by name specific auto attendant, so we're going to create what we call nested auto attendants. Creating that resource account for your mainline, very simply done. Head to resource accounts on the left hand side and press add. You need a display name, unique username, and what you need to do as well is make sure that you choose the correct domain, and the resource account type needs to be set to auto attendant for this particular functionality. I already have one created here called test AA, so I won't create another one. But let's head over to auto attendants and create the dial by name auto attendant. I'm going to press add here. This is the quick setup guide that's just hit tenants. I'm not going to be going through this. I'm going to be going through the classic setup just to show you all the particular settings. So let's call this AA dial by name. And we're going to set a time zone of London. We could do United Kingdom. And very importantly, we need to put voice inputs to on. This is what will allow people to use their voice to actually interact with the dial by name. We don't need to add a greeting option here, although you can, but we do need to press play menu options. There is the chance in here as well to add an audio file. I'm just going to add a greeting message to say this is a dial by name. Please speak of the sales person you are looking for. And what I can do here is force listen. So what this will do is it will not let you move on until all of this greeting message is played. And then we have the directory search section here. Because we've had the voice input and switched on, we can choose the dial by name. So we're going to press next here. We need to make sure that we're open 24 hours so this auto attendant can always be hit for the dial by name. We have nothing set up at the moment for out of hours, nothing for holidays, the dial scope. So this is who is listed in and outside of that directory for the dial by name functionality. So we can include all the users that are online. We can add particular custom groups, like I'm going to do the sales USA group, and you can also exclude particular groups as well. Think of it like the C-suite. You can make sure that they are not reachable even if they're online via the dial scope. Next we have resource accounts. As this is a nested auto attendant, we don't have to add a resource account to this particular auto attendant for dial by name, but we will do for the main line. We're not adding any authorized users as well for configuration changes on this dial by name. So I'll submit that. That will take us back to this auto attendant screen, and then we're going to create our second auto attendant. This is going to be the main line. Again, I'm back in the classic view. I'm just going to call this AA mainline. Again, choose London and United Kingdom. I don't have to have voice inputs on here if I don't want. I can add a greeting message. Welcome to my company. And we're going to play some menu options. And what we're going to do, we can again upload a file or add a greeting message. Press 1 for sales, press 2 for dial by name. And then assign a key. For 1, let's choose a voice application here. And I can search for just a test call queue in here. And then for the second one, I'm going to choose voice app again. I'm going to look for that dial by name. This is the name that we gave the dial by name auto attendant before. Directory search, I could put this as none because we're not going to be using directory search on this particular auto attendant. The users are going to press 2 and go to this one to actually speak to the dial by name. We'll do next here, we'll leave this as separate. Again, we don't need to do anything with the dial scopes in here. Resource account, let's add a resource account, and let's add that test auto attendant resource account we're talking about. No authorized users. There we go. So there is the mainline, auto attendant, and the dial by name. How a user would interact with this, or a customer, they would ring the mainline number. So they would ring this number that's attached to the auto attendant. They would then hit our call flow. It would say, welcome to our company. They would be given 2 options. 1 to go to a sales call queue, and 2 to go to that dial by name functionality that we mentioned before. So that is the dial by name functionality and how to configure it in the Teams Admin Center. Thank you very much for watching. If you would like to see how to configure any other parts of the Teams phone system, please leave a comment down below. Thank you.